Flames of War brings you the battles of World War II in epic 15mm scale. Go to the hub on beastsofwar.com to find news, tactics, and tutorials about the game. Anime cyberpunk style meets skirmish combat in Infinity. Experience 8 high-tech factions and fight to control the human sphere at the Infinity Hub on beastsofwar.com.
Hi guys, welcome to What's in the Box. Today myself and John are having a look at some more Team Yankee. So John, what are we seeing here?
This is something you would have hopefully seen in Leopard Week that was out a while back. If you want to find more about that, put a link down below and we'll show you through to that. During one of the demo games, we played with the contents of this box.
Yes, and you had to paint the contents of this box and several others.
And loads of others. That's also in the Leopard Week stuff.
Yeah.
But we now finally have Kampfgrupper Müller, and
Yes.
this is the starter box for the West Germans.
Yes.
So, yes, awesome. Shall we open it?
No, goodbye. I'm going home. I'm building this. I'm playing with this.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's crack it open here. So, what all are we looking to get in this box, John?
Right, in this box, you're going to get 5 tanks and 2 helicopters.
Yeah.
The tanks, of course, are the fantastic Leopard 2s.
In full plastic.
In full plastics. So let's sort you out with a set of sprues for one of the Leopards.
I believe it's all on single.
It does actually, yeah. There you go.
Okay. So let's just quickly run through the sprue, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
So first thing we come to is our main deck for the top of the hull.
Yep.
Really encrusted with detail, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some side skirts on here as well.
Yep.
Commander's Cupola open and closed variant.
Yep.
We've got a little stowage box, some spare track, pin to go into the bottom of the turret.
Yep.
I have no idea what this is. What is this? What is this?
It's the back of the turret.
Are you sure it's the back of the turret?
I think so. No, wait.
It looks like a gun mount.
Oh, it is actually the gun mount look, yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
We then have the rear of the hull, lower turret.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is a side component for the turret here.
No, that is the back.
Oh, that's the back of the turret?
Yeah, that's the back.
Okay. We then have the actual top of the turret itself.
Mm-hmm.
We then have 2 little guns here,
Mm-hmm.
2 little jerry cans. And if I flip this over, are these sides of the turret?
Those are the side pieces, yeah.
Okay.
With the smoke launchers on them.
I see. We then, of course, have the lower hull for the vehicle.
Yep.
And then the 2 sides of the track. So this looks like a reasonably simple kit to put together. Oh, we also have the fantastic gun that this tank has.
Yes.
Which is incredibly scary in-game.
Is the infamous, well, famous now infamous, I suppose, the Rheinmetall 120.
Yeah.
This is where the gun that most NATO forces, I believe, now use. Abrams has it, obviously Leopards have it.
Yeah.
I think there's a few other nations that run the Rheinmetall as well, or a copy of it.
Important question. We have an open and closed commander's cupola.
Yes.
Is there a set of commanders in here, I wonder?
There is.
There is. Aha. So, if you want to pass me those,
Go ahead.
I will pop them out. Oh, nice. I'm going to show this in the bag. So, you get your commanders in a nice few different poses. And you also, if you see in the bottom corner of the bag here, get a set of magnets.
Yeah.
Which are actually going to let you magnetize your turrets if you want. Which I like the idea of. I would prefer to magnetize my turrets.
I don't mind either way.
Really?
Honestly, no, I don't mind either way. I have my World War II stuff is all magnetized. That's fine. There's a lot more tanks in that for me. I suppose these are okay.
You see, I don't know. I like the idea of it because me, I'm a little bit clumsy on the tabletop, so I could knock a turret off here and there. So
Yeah,
that it's just going to keep it solid for me.
Yep.
The other thing we get is 2 of these.
Yep.
The PAH helicopters.
Yes, indeed. Now these are funky little eggs on little helicopter rotors.
So you've got fuselage here. You've got one of the landing skids here and another one here.
Yep.
You've got the rocket batteries for the side. You have the other side of the fuselage, front canopy, more of the rocket battery here. This component, I'm not sure what this is. Perhaps a little tail rotor piece.
No, I think it's for part of the aiming system on the front.
Okay. You then have 2 tail rotors because they are a delicate component. I like the fact that Battlefront does this. They give you 2 of the delicate components.
Yep.
They've done the same again for the actual main rotors.
No, that's it's a 4-blade rotor.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. We then have a little pair of flight wings for the back of it and the mount for the rotors on top. So again, it's a really simple kit. You're not going to have a lot of issues putting this together and getting something that's looking good at the end of it.
Exactly, yeah.
So, John, we have played with these.
Yes.
What do we think of these?
I adore the Leopard 2. The real one and the one in-game, because the Leopard 2 is just a fantastic looking vehicle on the tabletop. It performs excellently, as we've seen in the demo game.
Of course.
It just sits back and goes, that over there mildly offends me. Oh, it's dead.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, the helicopters, if the tank is getting into a little bit of trouble, the tank can radio up to the helicopter and go, that dude's offending me a little bit more. Oh, he's dead.
The other thing you obviously get is the flight stands for your helicopters, which are set at the lower level, which are a good idea.
Yep.
So we actually have a set of these built and painted. So we'll take a quick break here. We'll get those laid out on the table, and then we'll have a final chat about some of the tactics for this particular box. Okay, guys, we are back. We've got our built and painted set out on the tabletop because yes, it would be fun to build more Leopard 2s, I know, John, but we already have these done, so let's make life a little easier. So when it's all laid out on the tabletop, this is what you're going to see, basically, for what you're getting in the box.
Yep.
And you get a fair little lump of stuff. Now, I will say, this is a little bit of a glass cannon whenever it's on the tabletop.
Leopard 2?
Well, the way this is designed, because it's such an elite force, you know, the Leopard 2s are rock solid. You are not going to have an easy time taking them out. Doesn't matter if you're American, Russian, whatever. Yeah. These things are going to hang around like a bad smell. Problem is, in the box, you're getting 2 units of 2 and a command tank. Yep. That means that as soon as you lose 1 tank from this or 1 tank from this, the unit's now having to test to see if it's hanging around in the game.
Yeah, there's that.
So, you know, yes, it's going to take me a while to do it, but all of a sudden, you know, it's making life a little harder for you. Yep. The good thing is they kick out a lot of damage.
They really do.
I mean a lot of damage. So if I grab the stat card, in fact, and quickly flash it onto camera, that main gun, anti-tank 22. That hurts like nothing else. Your Soviet T-72s are saving on a 6. Yeah. You know, so it's really tough. It will just blow something up. It's also got that nice little machine gun on top, which is going to allow you to do a little anti-aircraft, because let's be honest, having a couple of hinds circling around your head firing rockets at you, not fun.
I have caught you out with them too.
You have? You have. What else about this vehicle is really, really good?
Everything.
Everything, yeah. Well, I mean, like, its mobility is one of those key things, because it gets a standard 14-inch move, whereas the T-72s are stuck on that 10 unless they want to push it, and then they're taking modifiers to their shooting, which isn't fun. Yeah. The other thing is, the actual gun itself, halt it or moving, it's taking 2 shots a turn. You know, so there's what, 10 shots a turn that you're kicking out at that 22. Yep. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy how strong this is.
What I found with, again, if you watch the demo game, guys, you'll find that when you're facing against a large Soviet force, particularly when you were playing me, you were bringing everything forward in one lump. Yeah. And what I was figuring out I could do was I was keeping one section of 2 tanks in front and just laying into you at the front, but the other time the others were coming around the side and getting into the side of you. And the Germans like to put pressure on an enemy force straight away and from as many angles as possible. That's the way I found that they work really well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, for me, I was discussing it with Phil, and what he was saying to me was, for this particular unit, what you need to do is focus fire. Because you're a smaller force, you need to start breaking down those big units. So focus on one Soviet unit, knock it all the way down, and then focus on the next. Because otherwise, you're just taking chips out of the 2 unit. Yep. And, you know, there's still that flexibility there for them to move and fire and sort of surround you because there's so many more of them. The other thing is the helicopters I like because they have one job to do and one job alone. Yes. That is go tank hunting. Yeah. You know, there is no confusion. It's straightforward. You are just going after vehicles with these. And the thing I like about most aircraft in this game is whenever you look at their movement, it quite simply reads unlimited. Yep. So I can fly these to wherever is best tactically for me during a turn.
The best thing is they don't act like the Hind, where the Hind is an actual aircraft helicopter, it is up in the sky. Yeah. These things are hunter-killers. These things stay low, so
they've got that patchy sort of thing to them.
Yeah, cover does matter with these things because they can hide from tanks and they can sort of get down low and keep out of the way of stuff.
Although, do you not lose that whenever you're taking a shot or when you're moving? Or you have to move to maintain it?
I think when you go to take a shot, you can be fired at by any AA in the area, but... yeah, they can't fire on the move or after having moved. They have to remain stationary. So you have to watch your positioning very carefully with them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, for a starter set, it gives you everything you're really going to want to get stuck into Team Yankee. You've got enough vehicles there for it to be a decent painting project without overloading you.
Yep.
Once it actually goes down on the tabletop, you're going to see just how powerful those Leopard 2s are and how afraid of them your opponent's going to be. But like I said, cluster your shots. Don't spread out as much, because when I was teaching Lloyd to play this, and he was playing against one of the guys from the website who came up, and what I saw them both doing was, you know, the other guy was setting out T-72 and T-72, and Lloyd was actually going toe-to-toe with him, so two tanks and two tanks with a HQ in the middle just shooting left and right. Whereas what he should have done was, okay, here's my 5 tanks on this side, I'm going to refuse flank on you, not going to let them shoot at me right now, everything into them, okay, that's dead, now I can wheel round and take care of the rest of you. You know, so it's down to tactical learning in this. For me, it's true tank warfare. Keep it clustered together, keep all that big damage together, and just let it roll out.
Yep.
You know, what do you think?
I more or less agree. I like the whole fact that you just keep the tanks together, and especially against a larger force, you go, you're first, you're second, you're third, and wipe it up after that.
Exactly.
As far as painting these tanks goes, again, go back to the Leopard Week, and you can see how that set has been painted and has been used. I have painted it with the Team Yankee paint set as well.
Well, you did make 1 or 2 adjustments, but
towards the end, but that was only weather.
Really, really well.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Drop your comments below. Are you going to be playing Kampfgrupper Müller in Team Yankee, or do you prefer one of the other factions? We'll move on here. We will see you in the next video.
From Viking halls to the cities of the future, terrain buffs will love our foreground hub. Watch gaming tables of all genres come to life at beastsofwar.com. Venture into the dangerous dungeons of myth as a mighty hero and stand against the darkness. Visit the Myth Hub on beastsofwar.com and begin your story.